Ciao mondo, hello world, hola mundo, hello monde, and Merry Christmas. We're getting close to the holiday season 2017. So that's why I have this nice hat and I'm ready to bring presents to everyone. Among the presents, I'm bringing you the last cappuccino of the year. And I want to discuss with you one of the recent topic that is extremely interesting. In Italy, the government has just planned a new interesting long-term plan for chronic disease. Among them, chronic kidney disease is one of the important aspects to be considered in the healthcare delivery for all the citizens. Now, one of the issues that have been debated, especially about chronic kidney disease, is how to try to keep the patient at home as much as we can. In particular, not only during the pre-dialytic phase and the chronic kidney disease progression, but especially during the renal replacement therapy phase. Of course, in this case, peritoneal dialysis is probably the most advanced means to treat patients at home and to make them feeling somehow comfortable managing the therapy. In doing this, the Italian government has identified tools that can be useful to improve the quality of the patient at home, but also the amount of patients that stay at home, and finally, to increase the time between one visit and another to the hospital so that the patient can stay at home as long as possible. Among these tools, telemedicine and teleconsult is one of the potential contribution of information communication technology that we have available today. Not only peritoneal dialysis cyclers like the one most commonly used have now direct communication to centers through specific patient cards or even through the data collection in a remote server cloud base. That possibility offers the clinician the potential for a continuous monitoring of delivery of therapy and potential feedback on modification of the prescription. In our own centers, we have more than 130 patients on peritoneal dialysis, and we have now specific flags of alerts that may actually induce the physician to modify prescription and to change somehow the outcome in the patient relevant to ultrafiltration, to dialysis compliance, and so on and so on. This, of course, can also be done in case of home hemodialysis, which, however, especially in Italy, is not so much a therapy that has been expanded to this point, but it might actually in the future. So I think that there are today a variety of sensors that we can place on the patient that allow online monitoring of AKG, somehow glucose sensors or blood chemistry sensors, or also sensors relevant to conductivity, so that we have online bioimpedance. All these devices can actually integrate it in a very nice process of telemonitoring and teleconsult. Now, once you have collected the data, what do you do with the data? The data should be managed and the data should be analyzed. We can have an expert system or an algorithm that can tell us when everything is going properly or when there are some, let's say, discrepancy between what you prescribe and what you actually delivered, or what the patient delivered to himself or herself. However, one of the most important things is that we feel that this should be integrated possibly with the home visit planned by the center. In our dialysis center, we have two nurses that are actually on call and may visit the home of the patient when anything goes wrong or when there is a need for refreshing about procedures, tutoring, and any type of other need that the patient may develop over time. By doing this, we had dramatically reduced the number of access of the patient to the hospital. We have increased the time length between one visit and another, and basically we have restored the capacity of the patient to feel free at home. I think that this is extremely important, and the new tools given by information communication technology today, like cloud-based large database, electronic medical system, and expert algorithms with alerts, can help us to better perform our job, reducing the requirement for resources or reallocating resources for more efficient application. Again, the need for an effector arm, which is the home visit by professionals, should be considered as closing the loop of this important new type of healthcare that, however, is extremely important because keeps the patient at home in his own environment and avoids unnecessary approach to the hospital. With this, I invite you to look at the literature in the coming months. We have a paper coming out in the International Journal of Artificial Organs in this topic, actually analyzing the shared source software provided by a specific PD cycler. But there are other new things coming out, and I invite you to follow this topic because it's going to be very hot in the next weeks and months. With this, thank you very much for joining today Cappuccino, the last Cappuccino of 2017, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Excellent.